Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy OG Black, part two of the story of El Mecho. Um, you know, people don't really know too much about Mecho, about Mr. Oseguera, El Señor de los Gallos. Mecho was born in Michoacan. He grew up like any other Michoacano kid, growing up listening to corridos, growing up listening to stories, growing up like kind of like I did, hearing the stories of Mayo Zambada, hearing stories of these famous guys, and growing up in this atmosphere of cockfighting, horse racing, and stuff. It's just a normal life for us. It becomes a norm for us, and we don't see anything wrong with it. Just like you see what's wrong with our lives and what was my life, we don't see any interest in your kind of life at all. We see it as boring. You know, one thing that my grandfather always taught me was this. He says, "I love you." He says, "Your father loves you and we all love you." He said, "I'm willing to do anything for you." He said, "My love is so deep that I'm willing to throw away my life and soul for you." He said, "As a father and as a grandfather," he goes, my purpose in life is to make your father's and your life better." He said, "When the day I die," he goes, "you guys should be more advanced and more brought up and more farther off than most families are." And I'm not trying to get off subject. This has a lot to do with El Metro and his family ties and his loyalty. El Metro's not wanted back in Michoacan. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Metro had a girl cousin. She ended up marrying a co-founder of La Familia Michoacan. I'm not going to say his name because out of respect. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say his name because out of respect. I know who he is or who he was, and we know who they are, and he knows who we are. So out of respect for him, we're not going to say his name or who he is. But we're allowed to tell this story because everybody in the rancho and everybody who knows this story knows it. And it's not a secret. Only the narcos know why Metro's not wanted back in Michoacan, in his hometown. Now, Metro had a cousin. People don't understand the Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación was started by a family called the Valencias. Now, these Valencias, long time Michoacano drug traffickers. Long time. Orange, avocado grows, you name it, they got their finger in it. When you spoke of Michoacan and you spoke of people with power, you spoke of the Valencias. The U.S. government and U.S. Treasury one time named the Valencias the number one public enemy. They were considered the future of the cartels, and they were right. But they actually went to Jalisco. So one day, Metro, growing up in Michoacan, had a beautiful girl cousin, like most of us do. She was attractive, caught the eye of many people. She caught the eye of the local guy of the plaza. Later on, Metro started working for the Valencias. Long story short, Metro's boss, one of the Valencias, he pretty much told Metro, "Hey, look, I like your girl cousin. I like how she looks. I like how she is." Metro said, "Hold on, bud. She's got a man." And he was like, "I don't care, man. I get whatever I want. I'm a Valencia. I do what I want when I want." So Metro was like, "All right, man. Can't talk to the boss anyway. Go for it." Long story short, this Valencia ended up being with Metro's girl cousin. They ended up having a kid. A lot of people in Michoacan said, "How can you allow this guy, to take your compadre, your family's wife away from him?" Metro was in a really tough spot. The Michoacanos, that's what they're called. The Michoacanos sat down, they talked, and they were tired of the Valencias as it was. The Valencias were into robbing, thieving, taxing, stealing avocado groves from people. Let me tell you a good example how avocado grove is taken in Michoacan. They come up to your farm and they tell you, hey, Mr. Black, how you doing today? Hey, how you guys doing? You guys know who I am. Yeah, we know what you guys want. They tell you, look, Mr. Black, your farm's worth about $1 million. We're going to give you the $1 million. And that's it. Either you take the $1 million and leave, or we take our $1 million and shove our AK-47 up your ass and kill you and the rest of your family and take your farm legally. And there ain't shit you're going to do about it. Because the notary republic guy over there, he's with the cartel, so he'll make it fake papers all goddamn day. Now you got to understand something. Avocado grows, lemon grows, all that shit that we have in Michoacan, that's very expensive in California and any other state. So not only are you trafficking drugs, but now you have a legal avenue. A legal avenue of producing money. Of getting stuff. You know, and this money's legal. And that's what they do. So the Valencias were doing that for a long time, and guess what happened? The guys from Michoacan got together and said, you know what, Valencias? Either you get the F out of Michoacan or we're going to make you. They tried for a while to stay there. They killed a couple of Valencias. A couple of them got busted, and they left to Jalisco. They took off with their tail between their legs to Jalisco, where they were safe, where they could buy some protection from the Mexican government in a big city like Jalisco. Because you got to remember, Michoacan's a bunch of municipalities, little towns. Morelia, Apatzingán are probably as big as they can get. But there ain't no political protection there. They're all run by the local mob. So only you have to go to a big city to get protected that way. So Valencias ran off to Jalisco. When they ran off to Jalisco, they took Metro with them because he was no longer wanted in Michoacan. And then you have the birth of the Jalisco Nueva Generación, the new generation. They're tired of the old ways and of the rules, and they decide to make their own ways. You know, and that goes back to a long thing about respect and things like that. Metro is diabetic. Metro has bad kidneys. You know, people don't know. People from Michoacan tend to be diabetic. It's a bad diet. Carnitas, carne asada, watermelon, flaming hot Cheetos with chamoy. If any of you guys know what that is, chamoy is a fucking mercury-based chili. It's great on your chips if you're a real Mexican with lemon. You know, and Metro Man, he's a smart guy, but he's on the run, and I don't see him lasting too long, guys. Maybe he'll last, but his cartel will fade away to the point where they'll just be working. My prediction is I see once again Sinaloa being on the top. Once again, the Chapitos have that advantage with that relationship with the government ahead of time. You know, and I want you to understand something. In the United States of America, Southsiders, AME, all that shit, we don't work with the government. Nope. I won't even talk to a... You know, that's a lie. I have a friend that I grew up with as a cop. I'm a goddamn liar. But he's a different kind of friend. He's a dirtbag. It's weird how in Mexico, how the cartels, and that's the only way you can operate over there. You know, or else you want to be like my family on the run with shit, nothing left because you got some morals and standards. And that's what I want you to tell you guys too. Because your morals and standards, you lose a lot. Metro lost a lot because of morals and standards. Guess what? He flushed his morals and standards down the toilet, and he lost not only the apoyo, which means the help or the respect or the allegiance of his people in his hometown, because he could have hid in his hometown in the mountains and he would have been okay, and that's it. But he lost allegiance of his people and his families and stuff like that. So Metro's done. So long story short, just a little bit about you guys, boy. You know, OG Blacklit. You guys know on a little personal story about Metro. People ain't ever gonna tell you. You know, his girl cousin, so you guys know, her name is Inesa. Ines. You know, and she was married to a very powerful guy from Michoacan, and they had a baby. But at the end, she ended up marrying one of these Valencias and taking off with him, which is a big no-no in Michoacan. We're very loyal and respectful people, you know, and we're stick to our standards and our ways, and we have morals and conducts and certain standards. And being from Michoacan, you know, and I want to clarify, I ain't from a cartel. You know, I ain't a sicario or anything. What I'm saying is I'm from Michoacan. What I mean is my family, my roots, and my base, and my religion, and standards and morals come from there. You know, and we're very prideful and dumb people for that. Because pride is one of the most foolish things. So you guys know, learn from this one. You know, family and loyalty, I think, is the most important thing. And Metro found out that he messed that up and he can't go back to Michoacan. So there's a little inside story on your boy Metro. You know, Michoacan's on fire, like I said. I'm not even going to talk about how many cops they've killed or how many people. This last weekend, I'm not lying to you, they killed about 23 cops. They killed about 5 or 6 federal cops. You know, Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generacion lost about 6 or 7 plaza bosses on a weekend, which was a major hit for Metro this weekend. You know, and this is direct contact from Michoacan that I told me. They told me, hey, they busted so-and-so, hey, they busted so-and-so, hey, they busted so-and-so, hey, they busted so-and-so. So Metro's going to have to find some new guys, man. Because he's pretty much lost his foothold in Michoacan. And Abuelito, oh boy, he's on that ass. So, it's your boy OG Black, signing off. You guys have a good one. Smash, like, subscribe. Tell your homeboys, man. This is the real, man. I'm bringing you guys the real. I'm trying to bring you guys some stories of the California penitentiary and stuff like that. Your boy OG Black ain't trying to shy away or he ain't scared of anything. I'm just trying to make sure that everything I put out there is authentic. Everything I put out there is real. Everything I put out there is real news, not fake news, not news that you just saw on CNN and stuff like that. Like I said, ask what you guys want to hear. It's your boy OG Black. I'm out.